Imagine you are playing chess, right? Um, with every move you did, you'd have this computer next to you telling you what the best move is. You would win every single game, right? What if it's the same in life? What if all you need is the right moves, a couple of the right moves, to be in the right place at the right time with the right people, and bam, you'd be successful? What if that could be the case? Now, in this video, I want to share 5 tips that nobody's really talking about, that I learned from watching like all these courses. Yeah, mainly courses and books, basically. Um, I've never seen some of these tips on YouTube, which is kind of crazy when you think about it. So I want to be the first, bro. Now, the first one is you should organize your notes. Basically, I have something. Basically, I've got a second brain. Um, when I read something, I digest my information. Um, I summarize the thing and all that stuff. I make notes, but I don't make notes on a paper. And even when I do, I write them down on my computer. There's this thing called Notion. I create a Notion document where I just put everything I know in there. Um, then I just have a list of every single thing that I basically know, which is fucking powerful, bro. So I've got a link to every single book that I read, every book summary I did. I've got a link to every group coaching call I did. I've got a link to every course that I watched. I've got a link on, I don't know, everything you need to know, bro. Every single lesson I learned about sales, I've put it in a document. This is fucking powerful, bro. Now when I need to know about sales, I can just quickly go to the link. Oh, see what course I watched about sales. See what I can implement, what objections, how I can handle them. See what lessons I learned. All that stuff without needing to see the lesson over and over and over again. So this is fucking powerful, bro. Organize your notes. Now, the second thing is actually preparing your day in advance. So normally I didn't really used to do this shit, right? But I realized that every single time you make a decision, your mind, it takes energy to make a decision, basically. So what you want to do is you want to cut out as many decisions as possible. How do we do this? Well, for example, I put my clothes on my chair before I start working already. Before, like, the day before I wake up, I already have my clothes ready on my chair, so I don't need to choose the day itself which clothes I want to wear. And like, oh, should I wear this pants, this shirt, this hoodie, like all that stuff. I don't want to think about that shit. I just want to work. So I stopped doing that. Then also, I write down a goal that I have for the day before I start working. I do this for like a couple months right now, and it's one of the most powerful ways to make more money, because you're focused on one specific thing instead of like when you have a goal, it's like having a vision and you only focus on this one specific thing. It's like a laser focus that you have towards that thing instead of like you focusing on this thing. But then you might get a little bit distracted by this thing and this thing and this thing because you don't have a specific goal. So when I read a book, I have a goal in mind of like what I want to learn, why I want to learn certain things, all that stuff. When I work, I have a goal in my mind. I want to read, I want to learn about this, I want to learn about this. With everything I do, I have a goal in mind. Now, the third thing that I do is focusing on work, not habits. My life, like, a lot of things in my life depend on money, right? So, how do I make money? By working. Meditation doesn't make, like, when I meditate, money doesn't appear in my bank. When I take a cold shower, money doesn't appear in my bank. When I read a book, money doesn't appear in my bank. Sure, these things are good. I keep doing them, but I don't prioritize them. I prioritize my work over my habits. So, in the morning right now, I'm not doing this cold shower, meditation, red light therapy. What else? Like going outside, all these different things. I don't do that shit anymore. What I do right now when I wake up is I work. I work for 3 hours, and then I do like the meditation stuff, the cold shower stuff, all that stuff, to kind of like take a break and recover. And then I just work 3 hours again. Simple. So I see a lot of people, they have all these productivity hacks of like meditation, visualizations, figuring out what the best diet is, even though they can't even afford the best diet, reading all these books. Like, people have a lot of different things, like visualizing how they sleep and stuff. What else do people like? People do a lot of things, and I think a lot of these things help. I think people are making it the priority instead of the thing that actually matters to help them achieve their goals, which is work. And it helps. I know it helps with like deepening your work, but not if you do it the wrong way. So, for example, I used to do the meditation, the cold shower stuff before I started working, but then I lost a lot of my brain points already because I was focused on something else. And right now, I'm just focused on one specific thing, which is work. And when you wake up and you work immediately, you're way more likely to get into a flow state. The fourth thing that really helped me is being a lifelong student. I think Marcus Aurelius was the first one who came up with this concept, but I'm not really sure. It's basically It basically says that you need to study for the rest of your life. You need to learn for the rest of your life. Most people think they stop learning after they stop being in school, but for me, like, learning started after I dropped out, right? I didn't learn too much in school. I learn a lot right now about entrepreneurship, just life in general, things that I'm interested in, basically, right? Um, I think, especially in this day and age where we have like technology and all that stuff, things are changing fast, bro. Things are changing over and over and over again. And I think if you don't keep learning, you can't really fit into the things that are changing. You can't handle the change, basically. Now, the last thing that I do, and this is a very powerful one, is I list on I list things that I don't really need to do right now, but are still important to be done, basically. So, for example, my barber, right? My barber, I probably want to get an appointment in like a week from now. But the thing is, I just don't really care about it right now. I'm working right now. So instead of like trying to think and remember it right now, I have a document where I list all the important things, but not urgent things, basically. Things like barber, I don't know what else. Like, I probably need to send messages to people. Even when I need to pay somebody, I put it in there because it's not like too urgent. And when it is urgent for them, then they just send me a message and I pay them. But like things that you can also do in a week from now, like cleaning your room, or I don't know, those kinds of things, but you need to do anyways, but it's not urgent. So yeah, bro, those are the 5 things that really helped me. I'd recommend you have this Google Docs as well. Now, if you happen to be a coach, you want to improve your business, you want to scale it to the motherfucking moon, yeah, bro, things like that. I got a link to book a call with me below, and I would recommend you click that right now. You go to the description right now. Basically, what we do on that call is we talk about, like, I diagnose your situation. Where are you right now? Where you want to be? What's holding you back? And I'm based on that, I can see if I can actually help you, and if you want to get help. And if that's the case, then we can work together. If not, then that's fine as well, right? So make sure to book a call with me below right now. I'll see you there.